21st century casualty. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Conditioned by misinformation, it's just the media telling us lies. Decipher fiction from the truth. Society's slow and tragic demise. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Everyone's got their fucking opinion.
What's happening? How's everybody doing? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live episode 442. I'm doing this episode with my glasses on. My eyes have been bothering me, and instead of sticking contact lenses in my eyes, I think it's been a couple of years since I've done a show with my glasses. Usually I have actually contact lenses that I wear for the screens that are close up. That said, hey, what's up, Frankie? Good to see you. All right. Good to see everybody out there. What's up? What's up, Seattle? All right. Last time we went to Seattle, I think we went to Jimi Hendrix and Bruce Lee's graves, I think. Aren't they both? That said, let's bring Lori Dorn on.
Hi.
You ever been to Seattle?
No, I haven't. I have not been west of Chicago.
We went to Jimi Hendrix's grave in Seattle. Like, we were playing like 2 shows in that area, and we got off we had a couple of hours, and we were like, let's go to Jimi Hendrix's grave.
That's awesome.
And the whole band and everybody went. It was cool. And then the next day, I think we went to something Kurt Cobain related.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
These guys were like all into it, you know. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Mother Love Bone. Yeah, we went to what is it? Some mural, the Mother Love Bone mural or something. I don't know, man. Yeah. Hey,
nice.
You know, it's fun when you're out there with your pals, you know. And Rochelle was with us too, so that's cool.
That's great.
Rochelle's like the 5th member of the Beatles.
Yes. And Rochelle had a big rehearsal last night, right?
Yeah, we rehearsed. Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages.
That's right.
Yeah, we rehearsed last night. We're doing the My War thing in Tompkins Square Park as part of the Women of the Pit school supply drive on Sunday, August 23rd. We're doing the My War thing with a cavalcade of stars. Butterbrain is playing, World of Chaos, and Sonic Bomb. Right, Lordy?
Yes, we are really looking forward to that. And I don't have the list yet of the supply suggestions yet. This past week has been a little bit crazy with things, but I will have that up soon, as well as a QR code to our Amazon wish list. So if you can't make it out to the park, you can still send tons of stuff to Elisa's small apartment. Let's just fill the whole thing up with stuff. And we will distribute that to area schools.
And then this is August, and then we have the Holiday Slamboree date that we're going to announce very soon. Even if it's to just hold this date, we'll probably do that for December. That same date that we've done last December, right?
Yeah, and that's always our favorite thing to do every year, like our coat drive. It's always very successful. We doubled the bags that we got from the previous year each year. So I'm expecting 50 bags this year.
But yes, Brian, that is correct. First in August is the Tompkins Square Park thing, with My War and our friends. One of the things that makes My War really great is that it involves so many other people. So, we end up bringing up 10, 15, 20 other people to play with us. And it involves a lot of people, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a big sing-along, and everybody knows all the songs, and it's a big hoot. It's turned into a lot of fun and a big hoot.
It feels like a family affair, So.
And we do it basically every 6 months.
Yeah.
for some charity or another. Right?
Yeah, it's great. It's a really cool thing to do. And you also had a really great thing going on last Sunday.
Right. We did.
What was that?
Yeah. What happened to that?
What was it? Kate 108 and Shelter.
Yeah, we did Shelter and in Tompkins Square Park. Wait, I have a picture.
Was it in
Yeah.
Tompkins or was it a different park?
Excuse me. Union Square Park. Hold
Great.
on, I'm trying to get a grasp of this in the computer. Yeah. But I'm getting there.
You had beautiful weather that day. I heard it was a
It
great
was
day out. Looks
it
like
was hot.
tons of people
Here you
showed
go.
up.
This is actually this show
Oh
that we
wow,
put on in Union Square. That Shelter.
that's a great shot.
Yep. Ray, Sammy, Purcell, and me and Larry put it together,
Yeah,
and the crowd was fantastic. You know, the crowd was great. It was great.
yeah. And
So
we had Kate 108 open up
yeah,
with an acoustic set, was it?
yeah, she played acoustic.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The sun was brutal for a
Oh,
while.
was it? Okay.
Yeah, yep,
And you know
yep,
what? The unsung heroes, the production crew, Ray, Steven, Larry, thank you so
yeah.
much for your service of putting this all on.
It was great. It was a great
Not
day.
easy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have another one too. Let me see. Just
And that stage came out from Minty Fresh, Frankie.
yeah, Frankie from Minty
Frankie.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Frankie from Minty Fresh. That was his stage,
That's
and
great.
we all kind of made it happen. Larry Kelly and Ray Hogan, and we paid for the sound system from Showbrain from Ozzy, and we
Nice.
had Eddie from Barry Electric doing sound.
Oh, very
So
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. It was great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let
Awesome.
me get rid of this. Yeah. So
Yeah. Really looking forward to the next shows coming up in the park then, Are we going to
well,
have that?
the next one is really
Yeah.
is going to
One of
be
ours. Yeah.
the Women of the Pit thing, which is leading up to
Mm-hmm.
our guest today will be in Tompkins Square Park. So
Yeah.
it's all kind of rolling up to that.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So
That's a great
yeah.
show too.
All right. Hang out. I'll talk to you in a bit.
I absolutely will.
Right.
Have a good show.
Thank you. That's what's up. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Good to see everybody out there. It's been a little quiet. But it's good to see everybody. James G. Warrior says Shelter rules. Anytime Youth Today comes up, always mention my favorite Shelter. They were great. They were great in the park, man. They really were. Let me see if I have another shot of them in the park. They were really good. It turned out to be a great day. Right when it was like one of those things where right when they played, a lot of people showed up. Oh, here you go. Check this out. There you go. That's like from where I was standing, and a nice amount of people showed up. It was great. It was fantastic. Yep. There you go. A couple hundred people. And they brought it. Shelter really brought it. They were fantastic. So it was great. Great day. Yeah, it was good. Right there in Union Square Park. So, if you love New York and you're a New Yorker, and Union Square Park or Tompkins Square Park for that matter, it's great when there's music in these plazas like Tompkins and Union Square. Yeah, right. It's great. I should have downloaded more picture, but yeah, I just what we just wanted to do it. My name came up in the mix with Shelter and about doing it in the park, and I thought it was something different. Our name wasn't all over it, but we made it happen in the park. It was nice to be a part of it. So if you know, then you know. It was great, and they were great. So that said, did I catch everybody? What's up, Larry Kelly? Hey, Brian. Hey, buddy. Good to see everybody. And Frankie, Ray Hogan, so on. Chris Hoffman, so on and so forth. That said, Let's clear the deck. Hey, you know what? Let me get this out of the way. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. We are sponsored by DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, Women of the Pit, Winty Fresh Presents, Gamma Bass Guitars, and the Texas Silver Rush. They're a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres, design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as the style them for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Relay, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. Information online sales are being taken at their Facebook and Instagram pages, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. That said, hey, Rat Bones, what's happening, man? How goes the revolution, friend Rat Bones? That said, let's clear the deck. Let's bring our guest on. It's been a minute. Let's chop it up. All right, and away we go. We clear the deck. Yes, thank you. Today's guest is a vocalist songwriter hailing from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, PA. As a musician, he's known for his work with the bands The Claw, Eat the Turnbuckle, The Dead Meat, Colombian Necktie, The Crippler, and as the longest standing member of the infamous Philadelphia hardcore and metal band Bad Luck 13 Riot Extravaganza, notorious for their chaotic, destructive live shows and pyro-heavy performances. Please welcome, coming at us from Philly, PA, Mr. Jason Goldberg. Hey, man.
Hey, Drew.
How are you, buddy?
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. I was thinking about you coming on. I was excited about like a real Philly guy's coming on the show. Is that safe to say that you're like a real Philadelphia guy?
I guess you would call me that. I grew up in a little real south of Philly in a little suburb called Delco that's becoming real popular these days.
Delco?
Yeah.
Huh.
Then when I was 17, I moved to Philly. Yeah.
So you were born and raised down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you grow up in a musical household? Like how did like early on, set the table. How did music come into your life? Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't from a musical household, no, but I was real influential listening to the radio, and I could pick up. I was like, when I was a little kid, I was listening to everything that was on the radio. And then I remember my mom taking me to the record store to buy my first record, and I picked out the Blondie Rapture 7-inch.
Wow.
Because that's what was getting played all the time, and I liked it. I don't
didn't see that coming.
Right. Then the second record I bought was the Kiss, the one with Gene Simmons with the blood on the cover. I think it was Kiss Alive.
Kiss Alive, yeah. Well,
yeah.
That was sort of like the one with Gene Simmons with the blood on the cover.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell. I guess that set the
Which
tone,
one
right?
wasn't that? Which one wasn't that one?
Right. Oddly enough, listening to it, I didn't really care for the music for Kiss.
Well, I think we're gonna tread on that ground eventually, as far as visual and shock value and so many people come through the show. I swear to God, I mean, and y'all out there could testify to this, right? Is Kiss more so than not seems to be the gateway for like, I was a kid and, put nickels in the jukebox and then, Kiss. And it's like amazing how many people and how many musicians, not me personally, but have gone through the Kiss portal,
Yeah.
Oh, Kiss or Sabbath. Kiss, yeah, that's true.
I was asked backwards. I first got into punk and then went into metal after that.
Were you what was the first music like when you were coming up, when you were growing up, like
The
that you
first, yeah.
felt connected to, like, yo, this is mine, like this is, I'm connected to this.
Well, being from Philly, we had the Dead Milk Band. That was like the biggest punk band down there.
I did not realize that the Dead Milkmen were a Philly punk band.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know that.
being like an 11-year-old kid, you hear the Dead Milkmen is the greatest
Sure.
thing in the world. You're like,
Of
oh,
course.
cursing in there.
A suburban Philly kid, right?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And it's
That's awesome.
and then honestly, the Thrasher's skate rock compilations were
Sure.
huge. That's when I was like, this is my shit right here, you know?
Yeah. It's funny, we met just on, I might have been the last show or two. Somebody was talking about like one of those the fuck is it? The Warped, those, what was that? Those Warped Tour CDs they would make. What was it, Vanorama, or what was that?
Yeah, they used to give out those promo
What was that
CDs.
called? Those CD promos that they gave away on the Warped Tour and all that. Something Orama. It'll someone will post it. But we were talking about how for a minute there, those sort of CD compilations were like, there was like two, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Punkorama. Thank you.
Okay.
Punkorama.
Yeah.
And this is what you would strive for, my friends.
Right. That's typical, you know. Everything I cared about was skateboarding. That's all I cared about when I was a kid, you know. So I would read Thrasher.
An avid reader of Thrasher magazine?
Yeah, that was like my whole life. You know.
Yeah.
That's all I gave a shit about.
And you
and
skated.
Then,
you're a big dude to be skateboarding, no?
No, and I was never good. I was just like, you know.
Yeah.
But I loved it, you know.
Yeah. What was the so growing up in Philly, tell us about live music. Like what early live, I'm just personally curious, like just what like live as a young person growing up sort of in Philly in the suburbs. What was like the first live music as a young teen you saw? We're like, shit.
The first show I ever went to it was the Dead Milkmen at the Trocadero. It was the Dead Milkmen, FOD, Ruin, and Electric Love Muffin.
There you go.
Yeah. And I mean, I was fortunate enough. My mom was really cool and would just drop me off at shows wherever I wanted to go. I was like 12 at the time. You know, she would just leave me in Chinatown.
Hey, Sean Pierce, what's up, man? Shouting out Sean Pierce from the Toilet Boys.
Sean Pierce is my favorite.
Ruin. What's up, Sean? Good to see you, man. I hope you're well.
Sean booked our first New York show.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was at
a
club. It was like at a nightclub. I want to say Life. Was it called Life?
That sounds kind of familiar.
We had no business being there. We played for 5 seconds and he was laughing, and then that was that. You know?
Yeah, I got to give it up. You know, he got a little penchant for chaos, that man.
Yeah.
You know, he's oh, he said, yep. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Pyramid, Frankie too far.
We played at the Pyramid too. That was after.
Okay, but so getting it rolling. As a young person, what was Snail Trail? Was that your first band?
Yeah, well, that was like it wasn't my first band, but it was just a punk band I was in for a little bit, and then that kind of rolled over into what became Bad Luck 13 eventually.
How did things come together initially? Like for whatever that. How did let's start a band? What did that?
I started the first band I was ever in. Actually, I played drums. It was
there you go.
In 1990 was our demo or whatever the fuck. But that was like, it was just like a high school band, whatever, you know. But I mean, I always wanted to start a punk band. After that, I started meeting a lot of dudes at shows, and it was a tight knit scene down here, you know, in Philly. There's the hardcore like barely even existed. There was probably like 10 people that liked hardcore, you know. Yeah. So
what year do you think you're talking here? That like when you're sort of when it's getting on, when it's spilling on you. What year do you think we're talking?
When I started getting into it, probably around 86.
Wow. Okay.
87, I
Still
started
early,
going to the
man.
shows,
It's
and
still
then
early, man.
yeah, and then I mean, we didn't have much. It was we had like the Troc that didn't really have hardcore shows, but they had all
But
the like.
the truck came on later, pretty hard, strong, right?
I
In
mean,
in the early in the
it was
'90s and
jumping
stuff.
off then.
Yeah.
It was cooler then because the stage was real low, and you could and there was no bouncers. I mean,
I
they
just
filmed that Ultimate Revenge there. It was like
That's
Death
right.
and Dark Angel and all
That's
that.
right. That's
I was
right.
at that. That was amazing,
The Troc
And
was like a legendary old theater, right? Another
yeah.
old, like E.M. Lowe's beautiful, ornate theater
Mm-hmm.
that they sort of, there's, it goes on and on, right? The one in Worcester, and there's so many, a lot of them
Yeah.
have been sort of repurposed.
The one here is sitting vacant, and they just took the sign down. Actually, I don't know what I think.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
done. Yeah, it's been vacant.
That Paramount Theater in Staten Island, where they did the infamous Dead Kennedys in that riot there in '81, and that's still sitting there. Every time I pass it, I go, "Oh my God!"
Mm.
It was the
Yeah,
fucking the punks and skins versus the Guidos, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and through like skateboarding scene, I met a fella by the name of Timmy Glom, who later on, he was in a bunch of bands. I think he was in Warzone for a minute, and he was in a band at the time called Throne of Corruption with Tim Bohr was the singer.
Oh wow.
And then I started hanging out with those guys, and they took me to Unisound, which was where like the real hardcore scene was happening, which was in Reading, Pennsylvania, which was nowhere near.
Reading.
It was like an hour away, but that's where we were going there. And I would go to City Gardens every once in a while, but it was so far for me that I would rather just go to the Troc and Unisound. Yeah.
That makes sense. People ask me, like, I never went to like the Anthrax or City Gardens, and I think the biggest reason I never went was because I was living here in the city in Manhattan, and there wasn't like a real great reason for me to like, let me get in a car and drive out of Manhattan to go see something that's gonna be playing here.
We had a great
constantly,
We had a great place in Delco called Pulsations that they were having shows for a second, and I went there to see Gangrene because I was, big skate rock guy.
Sure.
And the Cro-Mags. It was the Age of Quarrel tour, I guess. It was they were the headliner, and I'd never heard them before. And I was probably like 12 or 13 at that show.
That's young for Cro-Mags.
You see the Cro-Mags, and in the mid '80s when you're 12, you're like, oh, this is what I'm doing from now on. This is the greatest thing ever.
Hey, you know what? Being that we're in the spirit of sort of playing it loose, have you seen what is this under? Just trying to dig up. Have you seen your Hardcore Legends trading card?
No.
Yeah, check that out.
I've made it.
Yeah, you've made it. Yep. And you got to see the back.
That is a sexy trading card right there.
Yeah, man. You're bringing a lot.
The trading card hurts to look at.
Yeah, but hold on, I'll get the back. Yes, Sean. Yeah, let me find the back. But yeah, it is. You got some help from Sean? Is that where you got help? I wouldn't doubt it. Let me see if I could find But yeah, wait. Card. There's the back. That should be it. There you go. I got it.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's a lot going on there, bro.
Yeah.
No band has ever had more of a fitting name than Bad Luck 13 Riot Extravaganza. Even though their name is often shorthanded to just Bad Luck 13, they never disappoint. Oy. The Baltimore Sun newspaper described them as a name that strikes terror and salvation into avid hardcore fans and their reputation may even be more well known than their 30-year catalog of music. Wow, a lot going on there.
There is a lot going on.
Sick card. All right, so let's get down to wait, am I? Everything seems okay. Okay, so how does the band get rolling? How does Bad Luck like?
Well, our drummer was Met, who was he had a record label and a magazine at the time. He was in Dare to Defy at the time, and then he started playing with us. He had Too Damn Hype records.
Oh yeah,
he put out a lot of bands, and he put out those East Coast Assault things.
What was his name again?
Met, M-E-T, Met.
Yeah,
he's like an old Philly guy who I met.
Yeah.
But and Jamie, who was in Bad Luck at the time, he worked with Met for the label and stuff. So these guys had a lot of connections for us to like get shows right off the bat. You know, I remember we were playing shows when we only had like one song. We were just making shit up as we went.
Why did you want to like? Was there a mission statement? Like when okay, let's get to this. Where did the name come from?
I don't know where the name came from, but I do remember this. We were just trying to think of names, and at the time, there was no internet yet, but you could go to Tower Records and type in a band name, and they had a catalog of every band that ever existed, right?
Sure.
So I typed in Bad Luck 13, and there was a punk band from Canada called Bad Luck 13. It was in the system, and I was like, all right, well, we'll just add Riot Extravaganza. I said, we'll have the longest name,
You know what?
And we're going to get 13 people in the band, and it's going to be the ECW of music.
You got off easy, bro.
Yeah.
In this day and age with the bullshit with bands and band names, God.
Yeah.
Looking back, you got off easy.
That's like when you play with a band that has a really good name and it's short, they're old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I think we were in Boston and we played with like the Psychos, and I'm like, oh, this band's old if they own the name the Psychos.
Yeah. Well, I sang an Antidote for years, and it was hard to walk away from it and start something brand new. It's like that's why we kind of held on to it probably a little longer than, like, of course, in retrospect now. It's like we should have got cracking right away. But, when it's a band that someone's got, decades involved in and a lot of time, and you see that now. And I'm sure in what you do also is, legacy bands that are out there and have a bit of a name, about a bit of a legacy. That's why bands fight and these guys struggle and battle over these names for these quote unquote legacy bands, because they can get out there and do it, tour Europe and do a lot of stuff. Whereas if you relinquish something like that and you're like, okay, it's a new thing, it's called Incendiary Device, but the joy that comes from it has been immense.
Yeah. I owned a bar called Gunner's Run in Philly,
right.
And Antidote, you played there with Antidote.
I think we did.
Yeah, I think it was you guys in the Mob.
That's right. That's the last time we played there.
Yeah,
it was sort of a weird night, right? Was there a big sporting event going on then? I can't remember. It's sort of weird. Yeah, the time before that we played Pirates. We played with DYS, and it was the first time it was a great show. I forgot what the name of the place was, but it was packed. It was a great show, really great. So the band's Bad Luck starts rolling, and was it? Did you get out of town much, or
we did?
We
were playing there's the surrounding areas, but we hung out with a lot of fucked up people that would do a lot of fucked up things, and then some of my friends, we would videotape just them doing like, this is, pre-Jackass,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
So one day we all lived in this apartment on South Street. It was like,
For an uneducated, like South Street, what area is that?
At the time, I guess it would be like the St. Mark's of Philly, right?
It.
Yeah, it was like where all the punk stores and all the tattoo shops.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
we all lived there above a condom store in an apartment, and all our friends would sleep there and shit, and and one day I made like a short video just for like one song, Homicidal, right? And using editing on 2 VCRs, like hitting the record and then pause, record, is how you did it back then. So
yeah, hell yeah.
So a truck of I guess there was a truck outside the house, and a friend of ours comes up into the apartment with 400 VHS cassettes. 400. And he's like, these just fell off the truck out front, He's like, can we do something with them? And I'm like, yeah. So, but the cassettes were like, they were a promo for some rap video or something.
Oh,
right?
God.
So we, at the time you could tape over the little hole on a VHS tape, and then you could tape over the tape. So we sat there, and over time, it was just always someone hitting record. We made 400 VHS tapes.
Of what?
Of just the song Homicidal, right?
The video of it?
A video. It was like our video.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then we just start giving them out everywhere. And with Met connections, we sending it to magazines and whatever to get some, and that's how we started getting hype eventually.
I like James E. Ward put it was fell off the truck.
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually a great concept. Or a band name almost, like we fell off. We fell off the truck.
Yeah.
It conjures up so much. It's like a Philly, New York City thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, tape over tapes. Yeah, I remember that life hack. Recently it came up. I worked in an electronics store in New York City called Crazy Eddie. Kind of infamous.
His prices were insane.
His prices were insane. I worked in the VHS rental department at Crazy Eddie's here in Manhattan on 57th Street. In the heyday, in the VHS rental department.
Wow.
When right? Remember that? When all of a sudden you could
I remember the commercials.
Videos on VHS, and it was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, you know what was happening with Crazy Eddie?
Well, yeah. You mean about with the owners?
Yeah, didn't
yeah, Eddie Antoine. Eddie Antoine sort of ran up the bill and then took off to Israel.
I thought his prices were so insane because everything in that store fell off the truck.
Yeah, well, he was.
At least the one in Philly, that's what happened.
It was great. It was great promo.
Yeah.
The commercials were fantastic. What's that, Scott Earth? Who are you talking about? Scott Earth from Silent Sequel. Silent Sequel's Death did a basement show with them, and I remember sitting on the washing machine watching people running when fireworks were going off. All right, well, that's why we're doing it outside, all right?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it in the park.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That Hellfest video that you
you know what? That Hellfest video was kind of wild. Go ahead. I'll put it as you're speaking. I'll put it up.
So that's like I guess our most famous YouTube show. That's what comes up. At the time, it's crazy. At the time when we played that was going to be our last show. And I had to convince the guys.
And that was Hellfest in 2004, right?
I think so. I'm so bad with
Yeah. That's what it came.
It was the last Hellfest, basically,
gotcha.
Until recently. But I had to convince the guys to play the one last show because we were broken up for a year before that, and we were already starting to use the name Necktie at that time, but.
Okay, good.
So
There you go.
to have a fun, like, you know, people like look at this and they're like, oh, these guys are breaking shit and whatever. But I mean, we're just trying to have a good time, honestly. What's not
I kind of
captured.
debated with this footage. I did. I was like, well, I know there's better footage of them playing. I've seen it, but then this does sort of go in the other direction, and it's kind of great in its own right. You know?
The Hot Topic stage, by the way.
The Hot
By the
Topic
way,
stage.
we followed right before us on that stage was Marauder, and right before them was 25 to Life.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Just a day of debauchery.
It was so much fun that day. But what this video doesn't capture is like, this is our moment of glory. So I'm going to come out Rob Halford style, right?
Right.
Dressed in leather. I rode a motorcycle up onto the stage with Luke from All Else Failed dressed as an angel on the back of it, right? And it was one of those little motorcycles that you buy at the like the Pep Boys, you know, like the tiny guys. None of this was captured on like any of these videos, and I was like, God. And then a fight broke out, and then like I was like, oh, this was a whole wasted gimmick. You know, it's like,
holy shit. Yeah, it looks like it looks. Why was that the last show? Was it time to take a break?
the guys, like, we had a core band that was always like, we actually got lucky with a bunch of fun. We played a bunch of real tours and shit, and like,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't always people breaking stuff and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like we did the, like, you know, like 6 Feet Under took us out on tour twice, you know.
Wow.
We like we
Is
did
that
better
was
at
that
metal
Europe?
shows.
Was that
honestly.
like they took you through a nice pass of Europe?
We no all America and Canada. We went to Canada with them,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, so but only certain clubs were like, oh, they're not playing. But then, you know, YouTube comes out, and now it's just like,
Do you feel like it's almost like an Insane Clown Posse thing? It's like, oh fuck, you know, like they're gonna come here and they're gonna spray soda all over the place.
I guess.
Like,
You know what's funny? Our we did a whole US tour. It was like with most of the shows were with Shattered Realm. I forget. It was just like in the early 2000s.
Sure.
The first show of the tour was supposed to be at the Agora in Cleveland. Right. We were opening for Two Live Crew and Insane Clown Posse. And I'm like, this is gonna fucking rule, you know.
Yeah.
And our bus broke down in Pittsburgh, and he missed the show.
Wow.
Life changing, right?
Well, I could relate. You know, I produced an Insane Clown Posse video in Detroit. It was and that was quite an experience. I had the Go record, and some crazy juggalo sort of did some search, and because I think I posted up on my like web page or whatever, you know, like, here's this one, here's that one, and somehow this Insane Clown Posse Go record showed up, and so the kid says, hey, you know, would you be willing to part with it or whatever? And I'm like, yo, I'm not really trying to, like, you know, sell off my Go records, whatever, you know. But he just keeps making me these offers, and this is during the pandemic, you know. And I don't know but these fucking juggalos are a passionate bunch.
Yeah. I say, you know what? I say juggalos, that's the punkest thing going right now.
Kind of.
Like how punk was in the 80s, how everyone looked at it and they're like, these fucking people are disgusting, and fuck the, you know, they look like
they're passionate, man.
That's
passionate.
I try to relate, like, what's that now? And I'm thinking juggalos is the punkest thing fucking going.
Yeah, I ended up working with them a couple of times, but they definitely they're an interesting crew. Hey, what is who is in this picture? Sorry, I'm just getting the hang of some new computer shit that goes with the show. Send me this great picture if I could just find it. Where the fuck is it?
I suck at technology, and somehow the iCloud ate most of my pictures, like
Well,
from
that's
life.
probably a
Yeah,
good thing for you to do is like, hey, I might be fucked up and not know what I'm doing, but everything's constantly getting backed up. Could you tell us about what's happening here?
oh, I thought this was funny. I sent this when I watched the Blag one the other day, because that's the dwarves, and
Right.
that's me in the front there watching the dwarves in the Gigi Allen shirt.
Wow. So that's
That
that's you watching the dwarves in whatever early
big
90s?
influence on us. I went
Yeah.
all these bands, dwarves, the Meat Men,
Right.
Guar, Gigi Allen. This is all, this is all my stuff right here.
Yeah. Who those bands that you just mentioned, like who were really who did you draw some inspiration from as far as those sort of acts, dare I say Guar, and so, like who because as much work as it takes for a band to get out there and do it under normal circumstances, to bring that kind of showmanship to it is a whole nother fucking level. So who inspired you and why of those
All right.
those kind
So
of
I used to trade tapes all the time at these
here we go.
conventions,
Here we go. Yeah,
the
yeah.
tape trading conventions. You remember,
Yeah.
like people would bootleg shows, and
Of
then
course.
right.
Like Chiller, they still had like Chiller Theater Chiller
Yeah,
and
these were like just more like record conventions, but there was a
Sure.
lot of people,
Right on.
trading bootleg shit. But
Right on.
so to go back to the skate rock days, as soon as I saw a picture of like Septic Death in that skate rock issue and Drunk Engines, I was like, I guess this goes back to the Gene Simmons thing too. I was like, this is awesome, whatever that is, And then,
Sign me up. Right.
so, they would wear crazy masks and shit. And then, and then I got into Guar, and, I was like, this is awesome. This is so next level, it's like the first time you see Guar, and it's, it was right when, I can't remember what year it was. Fuck. Anyway, so I'm collecting videos. I got a couple of Guar live videos. I'm at the tape convention, and the guy, they would set up a TV at the, just so so they know you weren't trying to sell them bullshit. They would check and watch whatever the fuck you're selling, and the guy's like, well, if you like Guar, you should check this out. And then he starts playing the Gigi Allen video. And I was like, what is this? And he's like, oh, this is Gigi Allen. You would love it. The guy shits on people. I was like, oh. Then I was in that point from on, I was sold on that. And then
you like Frank Zappa, don't you? You'll love this. Right?
Yeah. But, and also at the time in Philly, wrestling was getting out of control, which I also loved, and it was like, it's just all these things mixed. And then ECW, and then, CZW came around. It's like everything was super fucking crazy and out of control at that time, I feel like. And a lot of the punk bands in Philly were out of control at that. Like, we had bands, like Rancid Vat and the Dead Gerber Babies, and people were just getting hurt, and everyone's got a wrestling gimmick. It's
right.
Just,
So just for the uninitiated, how does what was that moment of, hey, you got chocolate in my peanut butter, you got peanut butter in my chocolate? How does wrestling and sort of, dare I say, hardcore, and I using the terminology at all is a bit of a stretch, but how does wrestling and hardcore sort of start happening together, and why does it percolate like in a region like Philly?
I think we're just a product of our environment down here. I mean, that's what, we were going to hardcore shows, and we were going to hardcore wrestling shows. And I was like, and after I went and saw Gigi Allen at Fast Lanes, right? And on his last run. And it was fucking scary. And I'm like, dude, this is crazy. This, like, the fear, like, the place was sold out. And by the end of the show, there's like 10 people fucking left standing in the place, and I was like, we need to bring this type of stage show to this is what we need to start doing, like make it scary. But but more of a wrestling gimmick. I don't know. It never panned out that way until Eat the Turnbuckle started. That's what Eat the Turnbuckle was really what I was trying to do with Bad Luck, but just went in a different direction, I guess.
Is the line really apparent between like what Bad Luck does and what Eat the Turnbuckle does? Does it really do you have a sense that it's really like two different projects approached differently type thing?
Yeah, it's totally different. You know, it's like what's funny is so all the you know, at the time Bad Luck was not we just play every Halloween. That's pretty much what we do at this point. We have like a show called the Satanic Rave.
Right.
Which this year I might have to change the name. This is like the 26th or 27. I don't know.
Wait, 20 something years into it. Now you got to change the name.
Maybe because last year the club, and it's not their fault. They're like, they put us on it. Like it was like on a Wednesday and they put us on like 1 a.m. or some shit. And they're like, well, it's a rave. So it has to go till 2. And I'm like, well, it's not really a rave.
Yeah. It's not really
called
a
that,
rave.
you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it says rave on the flyer. So people expect to be able to be here till 2. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to change
they'll be dancing. All right.
Yeah. Right. But,
yeah,
you know, it was when we weren't doing much, and Schlack, this is before he was a wrestler. He was in a band called the Paramedics, and the drummer was the drummer from this band. He's the singer for a band called the Dead Gerber Babies. Everyone in that band is fucked, you know. And we were like, we'll just start a band together, and we'll just go under a wrestling gimmick, and people will love it, you know.
That's what happens to the survivors. They put masks on and they reinvent themselves, and they end up becoming fucking Slipknot, right?
Right. You know, when we played when the Super Bowl of Hardcore was in DC, I don't remember what year it was.
Okay.
We met was like the Slipknot was playing at the 930 Club. Right?
Oh, really? So
the
you're
same
going
night.
You're going back a ways.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, this band Slipknot wants us to come hang out with them after the show. But we were like, we're not leaving the Super Bowl Hardcore to go hang out. We never heard of them, you know? I was like, man, that would have been another life-changing moment probably that I fucked myself on. It's like, what if we got down with them fucking early, you know?
Right. That's funny. That's great. What were some you know what, I want to ask you about this picture being we'll do like a show and tell on this here. It doesn't like this one. Why is it not a JPEG?
I'm heavily anticipating it.
Yeah, no, it's I gotta see what the issue is here. It doesn't like it because it's not a JPEG. How about any of these? Anyway. Let me try again. But Philly's always been a pretty vibrant musical community.
Yeah. We said, we had a small scene here. Now it's great. Now Philly's like, we have all kinds of music, you know.
It wasn't always
venues.
Like that. There was ups and downs, right?
Yeah. We had JC Dobbs. That was a cool little place that had matinee shows and shit, and a lot of bands came through there. That was on South Street.
I remember coming down there. This is going way back. This is like the early 80s. There was the Love Club. There was a place called the Love Club, and I saw the Misfits there, and of course, SSD, you know, my boys from Boston. And I saw Antidote play before I met the guys, knew the guys. I think it might have been the first time I saw Antidote play at the Love Club. There was like a little sort of balcony, and saw the Misfits, saw a lot of bands. That was like the Philly spot. And somebody put it in the chat room before. What was that promoter? The guy he was like a wrestling
Howie, Howie, the Cosmic Commander of Wrestling, who by marriage I am related to now. But
is that right?
He's been dead for a while. But
is that right?
He was
he was
a big influence on me. I mean, I met him when I was probably 18 years old, maybe, you know, and he
Wow.
would take me to wrestling shows like, oh, we got to go see Abdul the Butcher, you know.
Oh.
And then, you know, so I got into the real crazy shit with him, and he was singing for Rancid Vat at the time. And he was a great dude, man.
Yeah,
He booked the Love Club, yeah.
He booked the Love Club, and he was a wrestling guy.
And he had a show on Sirius.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right when Sirius started.
Huh. Yeah, he promoted a lot of stuff out of Philly.
He's larger than life character, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me see if I could. Where's that? So I can put this up. I'm sorry, I'm kind of at a loss. The technology changed on me. Let me see. Share screen? How would that work? All right. I'll try to figure it out. Any shows coming up?
We have your show.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Looking forward to that. And,
Yeah.
you know, we had 3 shows booked in the next 2 months. And the other 2 got canceled because of who we are, I guess. But, you know, it's fucked. Some fest in Seattle or something called us to be the headliner. And we're like, okay, if you pay for plane tickets, we'll go. And they're like, okay. And we're like, okay. And then they called us like a month later with like, oh, just because of your performance, we don't want you to play. And I'm like, you called us. Like, what are you talking about? But we got a great sample out of it that'll probably end up on the next record.
Has that happened? Has that happened a lot through the years?
Yeah, I'm used to it. Like, I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
If someone's like, hey, we don't want you to play, I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm like, I get it. I wouldn't want us to play either.
Yeah, nothing's worth getting that upset about. This
Right,
other one, right? Yeah. When you're doing it long enough, you realize it's right around the corner, you know?
Yeah.
So
the most fucking weird one we ever got was we opened for Guar at the Electric Factory, right? And they called us the day of the show, and I was like, oh, this show's sold out. It's going to be big. We got to go off. We had we had Dan O'Hare versus Schlack. Now, Dan O'Hare is another wrestling friend of mine. He had a cop gimmick, you know?
Okay.
And Schlack, and they're going to wrestle, and we had like naked girls on stage, like any fucking thing we could think of. Like, this is a Guar crowd. They're going to love it, you know?
Yeah, no, we got to ramp up our game.
Yeah, they call us that morning, and they're like, you can't do any of your stage show. We don't want any blood. We don't want any no wrestling. I'm like, are you serious? You know, like, they're like, if you want to drop off the show, I understand.
Oh, that's fucked.
Fuck no, I'm not dropping off the show. So we rented the club that's connected to the Electric Factory and had an after show. And so like I was like, who wants to see these girls' tits? Everyone's, you know, like, I'm like, all right, 1, 2, and then Dan, dressed as the cop, comes out on stage and grabs the mic. He's like, no. There's not going to be any tits. There's not going to be any wrestling. He's like, I'm a cop. And everyone's booing him. And then Schlack comes out and hits him with a chair. And he's like, who wants to see me kick this cop's ass? You know, everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, at Voltage Lounge after the show, free, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. Get it. Hey,
I couldn't believe that even worked. And then the line was like around the fucking corner to get into that show.
Wow.
And then who's in the show? The dudes from Guar. I'm like, what you could have fucking just let us do the show there.
That's weird.
Weird, right? When Guar calls and they're like, we don't want you to do any blood. Also, you know, rewinding for my childhood heroes calling and being like, no blood. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, finally, I'm sorry it took me so long. This particular photo is acting weird. What's going on here?
This was This was from this is from the band The Crippler I was doing.
The Crippler.
Yeah. We had a death metal band that was short-lived called The Crippler. We put a record out. I really liked the record. It was a little different for me. And me and Schlack have been in several bands together. Obviously, we started Eat the Turnbuckle, but the Crippler fell apart, and it was probably my fault, but.
And you were leaning more in this direction at this point. The Crippler was even, It
was the music was pretty extreme, man.
Yeah.
And it's on Spotify. the record's called "I'm Just Gonna Let Myself In."
Right. There you go. Hey, time flies. Let's take a sponsor break. Let me do sponsor shout out. Talk about some upcoming shows, and we'll come back and let's talk about Old City Tattoo, and what's going on in the future. I'll see you back here in a couple minutes.
All right.
That's what's happening, gang. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope we're entertaining you somewhat. Our guest today is Jason Goldberg of Bad Luck 13, and talking about upcoming show he has in Tompkins Square Park. But let's do some sponsor stuff, and we'll be back in a minute. Since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as t-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com and follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Will that be cash or in debt?
Do you mean debit?
Yes. Sorry. Another eternally satisfied customer.
Yo, what's happening? I'm out here at one of our all-ages Sunday matinees on the Bowery. I hope that you are enjoying today's show. I just want to let you know that the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live needs your support. Please step up. There is a Patreon page that has a lot of unique program. Shows are announced there first. Lots of good stuff. There's a PayPal address right there on the screen if you want to make a contribution. There's also a super chat function. You could do that, but the bottom line is this show exists because of your support. We're going to be doing it for a long, long time. Thank you for all your support through the years. Back to the show.
Conditioned by indoctrination, conditioned by society. You're a victim of the digital age, a 21st century casualty. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Conditioned by misinformation, it's just the media telling us lies. Decide the fiction from the truth. Society's slow and tragic demise. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Everyone.
What's happening? And we're back. New York City going on outside my window. Can you imagine? It's all good. What's up, Lori? You okay? Everything all right?
Yes, I am. Yes. Where are you?
I am.
Yes, I am. Sorry. Caught me working.
Oh, sorry.
Such a good show so far.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
I like shows like this where I'm just talking to a
It's
friend.
always amazing to me that like a promoter will, reach out to a band and, probably be so excited and then have no idea. I don't know. What
you
is
know what?
that?
Let me bring Jay on. Hey.
What is that?
Hey, I'm sure that wasn't the first time. Like, hey man, we want to fly you over to Croatia and this and that and and yeah. And then you get like some weird uncut, and you're like, all right, but you called us.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Like at this point,
Somebody gets nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I don't know. Somebody gets nervous, I guess.
I think a lot of internet shit talking is most of the cause of the,
Yeah.
people emailing the club and stuff.
Yeah. Shit from years ago that might not even ever have really even happened. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just some knucklehead.
I mean, if I talk to the people, it's like, I can calm them down.
Yeah, right. Right.
One time we had the Satanic Rave booked down at Dobbs on South Street, and the guy last minute was pulling out, and we didn't have another venue for it. I'm like, fuck,
Right,
it was a
right.
good dude. And I was like, look, man, I know it's going to get crazy. We're gonna be throwing a lot of whipped cream around, right? And this and that. And then I hang up after the guy agrees, and then Conrad, who plays guitar for us, is like, "What's with the whipped cream?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's it's like the softest thing I can think of that what I would say is that he would think is crazy. I don't fucking know."
Yo, you reminded me of when we got the venue for the Misfits at the Cambridge Church in the basement. Like the guys from the FUs, and then this is like 1980, two or something, maybe, right? They went into the Cambridge Church and rented the basement under the guise of it's a new wave dance party, and then and as a result, it was this legendary Misfits fucking show down there in this basement of this church. It was, and I was there, and I remember the irony was certainly not lost on me, even as a teenager, like being in this, like, one ray of light coming through the window into the basement, and the Misfits were like, "Whoa!" We're like, yeah.
The smoke clears, and then you're like, so is this not a new wave show, or
Yeah.
what
So
time
the
does that
thing
start?
that they were really upset about is the boots scuffed up the floor.
Yeah.
And like that was like they were really upset that like the floor got scuffed up. And I think they made right on it, because the show was a huge success. It was like, I think like 400 paid, which was absurd at the time, like what? Yeah. Like,
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
It's so.
Well, I think that things are a lot more like litigious nowadays, and
Right.
people get nervous. Back in the day when we were all kids and stuff would happen, like we wouldn't even tell our parents about that. Like we wouldn't even come home with a busted nose or whatever. I'm like, no.
Welcome to the story of Jay's life. Shit
my
Jay
God.
has dealt with through the years, including parents of kids that were lied to.
Yeah.
Boyfriends of girls that were lied to.
Yes.
Husbands that were lied to, wives that were lied to.
Yes. The cover up.
We played a show called the Expo of the Extreme in Chicago, right? I don't remember what year. It was like in the 90s, I think. And and that's actually where I met Sammy Town from Fang. That was the first show, one of his first shows out of prison, I think, right? And Howie Cosmo was like, "You gotta talk to Sammy when you're in Chicago. He's a good friend of mine." So I introduced myself, and also Fang had the guitar player from Faith No More playing with him. I was like,
Jim
Martin. Jim Martin was in Fang at the time.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I gotta ask Lou, are you watching a story who was the biggest Faith No More fanatic? I don't think I've heard that one. That Jim Martin played guitar with our brother.
I was like, how did you end up in Fang? And he's like, I love Fang. And I was like,
that's
awesome.
We love Sammy, man. Good dude.
Even at that show, the Expo of the Extreme, we got into like an argument. Something happened the night before, and for some reason now the cops don't like us. I don't remember what the fuck, but so
they arrived at that pretty quick. It sounds like.
Right. So Fang, and it was like a 3-day festival. So we switched slots with this other band from Philly at the time called Wolfpack, who was on Met Slater.
I remember them. Yeah.
So we switched slots with them so we could play up right before Fang.
Sure.
Wolfgang or Wolf. What the fuck is it? They go on.
Wolfpack
Goes on, right? The cops bum rush the stage and beat the shit out of them.
Wow.
Thinking it's us.
Of who?
They beat up Wolfpack while they were playing, thinking that it was because it was our slot.
Hey, who's on now?
Yeah. Right?
Is this Bad Luck 13?
I'm talking they had to call an ambulance and shit. Like it was and we had a tour bus at the time. And the chief or whatever the fuck comes on our tour bus after this. And we're like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, look, stuff's getting out of hand and this and that. And I'm just warning you right now. We're like, dude, you just beat the fucking band up. Like and they like threatened us and then left. And I was like, holy shit.
This was in Philly. Oh,
this was in Chicago at the Vic Theater. Motorhead was the headliner.
I know the Vic Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, we played with Motorhead and the Janitorturers.
Wow.
And Hatebreed and Dropkick Murphys. It was like a big thing. Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking show.
It was great. You know.
That's great. Does Bad Luck get like out of the country? Do you mount the offensive and have you ever played outside the country?
I've tried, and there's no one's booking us anyway. Like it's so hard for us to get shows. It's like just book our own shows.
Yeah. Listen, that's what I always say. Thank God we live in a cosmopolitan city, right? It's like you want to see fucking Incendiary Device play, come to New York City. It's one of the biggest cities in the world. We'll be here. We play here constantly. It's not like we're right. It's not like we're in Oshkosh and we're asking you to come and see us. We're in fucking New York City. We play here we play here every fourth week.
See, in Philly, we're lucky enough to have Joe Hardcore, who knows everybody in the world.
Right.
So he's always an advocate of, why don't you let Bad Luck play? And then no one ever does, But he goes to bat for us a lot, which is a good friend,
Well, Joe is, what Joe did was This Is Hardcore for a while there was pretty darn impressive.
It was so awesome, yeah.
It was, I went, there's like 2 years in a row I went down with, what was that, the Electric Factory?
The Electric Factory.
Yeah, what a fantastic venue. And he had like the vending area outside there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the place, Laura? You were there?
No, I haven't been there, but I'm familiar with it just from, all my friends going. But yes, they have like everybody set out outside. It's like it looks like a big kind of like.
Is that what it is? This Is Hardcore at the Electric Factory, right? Anybody?
Yep.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of bands there. Me and my son, we went. We saw Misfits and Biohazard. Like he had some great.
Everybody, yeah.
He had a like 5-year solid run.
It was it was also awesome. That was like the one time a year I would go find out who all the new hardcore bands were, because I would stay for. I would go early and watch the whole fucking weekend every day. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I like the only way I ever find out about shit is when I'm there. It's like I don't know.
Yeah. That's the only way. That's the only way it works.
Mm.
Do you Old City Tattoo is your place, and what part of town is that in?
It is. It's right on 2nd and Market, right in the historic district of Philly. Yeah. And I have 2 shops in the suburbs as well. One's called Baker Street in Media, and the other's called Raw Power in Feasterville. Yeah.
And being a tattoo artist and an owner of a couple of brick and mortar locations is a passion, huh?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 35 years now.
Yes,
it's the only thing I've ever done.
It's amazing what the human nature will get acclimated to. It's like some out of a fucking like some horror movie or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tattoo industry, is ups and downs and what have you.
Yeah, it's a great life. It used to be way more lucrative. Before there was 8 million fucking tattoo shops, but
Yeah,
there's a lot like that now. Being a filmmaker, being everything, porno, all kinds of stuff, media content.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, choose your poison, whether it's whatever, it's content and, you know, yeah.
There's like,
Uh,
I remember in Philly, there was like one coffee shop, it was
Is that right?
Yeah. Now, imagine if you were that, they're still there actually. I'm like, man, that's how I feel about tattooing. It's like, now there's one on every fucking block. Yeah.
Josh with the trading cards asks, does Jason know Jeff Gavin at Crescent Street Tattoo in Philly? He's a hardcore guy too.
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah. He was part of that whole scene too. Oh, what the fuck was the name of his band? They were great. Oh.
Philly band?
Yeah.
McRad, Wide-Eye.
So his shop, Crescent Street.
Yeah.
That's Howie's shop. And when Howie died, he took it over.
I see.
Yeah.
So Howie had a tattoo shop.
Yeah, he was also a tattooer.
I see.
Yeah.
These are some real Philly characters, Lori.
Bad Vibes. That was the name of his band.
Oh, that's a good place for it.
They're a great band. Yeah.
that was the name of the band.
That's Jeff Gavin's old band. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeff was Bad Vibes and Done Deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, the internet is really like blown open wide. Artists. It's just every kind of artistry. It's just the market is just absolutely flooded now, and now we're starting to compete with AI. How do you feel about that?
I don't see AI being able to do tattoos at any time soon.
No.
Right.
But I do see everybody using AI images to draw tattoos.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love it if like the internet didn't exist anymore, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I hear that.
You work in a tattoo shop in the 90s.
I'll even sacrifice this show.
Yeah. Everything but this show can go. You work at a shop in the 90s, people come in and they want like a design, like, oh, I want to get like, a tiger. If you don't have one on the wall, you better be able to draw a fucking tiger because you ain't going to look it up on your phone.
Sure.
There was no phone.
Yeah. Well, I remember that whole process taking a very long time of stuff getting sketched out and put on the body. And God, I remember that going on for hours.
Yeah. I remember like if I had to do like a back piece or something that was real involved, I would have to go to the library to fucking look up pictures and books of shit I needed, Yeah.
But that's what you did, right? That's what the medium and that's what the art commanded.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to come up with things out of your own brain.
Yeah, imagine that.
was the tattoo industry like, as far as regulation goes in Philly? I remember New York. Like, what was it legal?
It was always legal in Philly. New York. Yeah. I remember the year it became legal in New York because they had a convention. I went and worked it. I want to say it was like 98 or 97, maybe is what isn't that crazy? Tattooing was illegal in New York until like the late 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a teen, I wanted to get like a little rose on my shoulder. I was going to have to go to some guy's basement. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's like basement shops all over because it's illegal, right? Boston was like the last one out of all the major cities to fucking legalize tattooing.
Is that right? RS70 says wild tattoo history banned in 61 wasn't actually legal until the 90s.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, they always have a couple of those archaic old laws on the books that they could.
So we had Philadelphia Eddie, who was that's the tattoo god of Philly, right?
But Philadelphia Eddie,
he's also passed away. But
right.
he ended up in Philly because he's originally from his shop was originally in Coney Island, and then they banned it, and he had to move to Philly. Yeah.
At 6:50 after hours, what's Jason's favorite Gigi album? Mine is Freaks.
It's, you could ask me every day and I'll probably give you a different answer, but Freaks is definitely up there. And I also I love that, and I think the Brutality and Bloodshed is an awesome one. That was like the last cool record he did.
We had Merle on the show, and he was fantastic.
Yeah,
he really was. I know people, Merle, he just and like Merle was a great guest. He really was. He really, I mean, the guy's the carrier of the torch, man.
We get to play with them every once in a while. He's a great
right. Yeah, there's another band. Like, I know they just came through town here, and couldn't have been easy booking all those shows.
Yeah,
I forget what it was like. So it was Gigi Allen's 30th death anniversary years ago, right?
Isn't that my birthday, June 28th? I think he died on my birthday.
Is that when it was? And he died in '93, I want to say, right? And
he played the gas station, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Hold on, wait. Is that right? Was Gigi Allen's last gig at the gas station?
Yeah. It was, because he was supposed to play Philly the next day, and I was quite upset when it didn't happen.
Yep.
But we were playing, like, you know what the Meat Locker is?
Yes, of course. It's still there, right?
Yeah. We're playing the Meat Locker
don't rub it in. We just played there like 2 months ago.
Did you?
And you know what? It ended up being a lot of fun. It was all young kids.
Yeah.
It was all young. At first, we were like, oh, it was one of those kids who were like, oh, man, like, this one's going to sting, like, oh, when is it? Yeah, this is a. But as soon as we played, all these young kids packed the room, and they just were into it and sang along and danced around, and we were like, that was awesome.
Yeah, places, but it's like basically a squat house, right? Like, it's like a shitty.
And it sounds terrible, and
it's in the basement of a store. So I'm standing there with playing the 30th anniversary of Gigi's death, right? Was like, what is this, years ago? And I'm standing there with Merle, and I go, you know what? If Gigi died when he was 36, and this is his 30th anniversary of his death, and you're his older brother, how fucking old are you? And you're standing here playing the Meat Locker. Like, he's like life, And he's like, Dino's older than me. I'm like, holy shit.
Wow, that makes Merle like what, pushing 80?
At least it's 70, right?
Yeah.
And he's playing the Meat Locker at 70? That's fucking punk right there.
Hey, I learned a lot doing the show with him. It was fantastic. I mean, I never really knew the history, the rich history there. Call it what you will, but very interesting character. Yeah. So,
I'm sure, did you talk about Hated when he was on,
Yeah, we got into all kinds, but
so Todd, the dude who directed
the movie, the guy, the kid that directed it, right?
Yeah,
that worked for them was he a roadie?
Yeah, and he made the movie Hated.
Yeah,
and then he went on to make the Joker and the Hangover. But I was like, yo, why can't you get this dude to throw you a bone and put some fucking Gigi songs in these movies? He's like, I try. It's like,
God knows. God knows what kind of publishing and drama that some of Gigi's publishing is wrapped up in. Could you imagine?
I'm sure Merle just owns it all at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's got to. Hey, speaking of movies, they did a documentary on Eat the Turnbuckle, and it's on Amazon Prime right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's called Stabbed in the Face.
Is that right? Tell me that. I'm getting the picture.
It's called Stabbed in the Face,
and
the history of the most violent band in the world.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Stabbed in the face. I mean, that's it all.
I get stabbed in the face a lot in this movie.
Oh God. Is this from the movie?
That's from Obscene Extreme in the Czech Republic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a wrestling ring. It's on a mountaintop. Amazing time.
So wait, so this is Eat the Turk. This is Eat the Turnbuckle in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
It's Bad Luck 13 that is certainly not traveling to the Czech Republic.
No, Eat the Turnbuckle we got lucky somehow. I feel like the Eat the Turnbuckle shows are way crazier than the Bad Luck shows, and but it's because it's a wrestling gimmick. People allow it,
Right.
I mean, we would sit around all day. We'd be driving show to show and just think about how we're gonna fucking hurt each other that night, and we would come up with the craziest shit. Like normal people shouldn't be doing this. Like, we're like, the fuck is wrong with us?
Yeah, you know what? So there you go, Laura. You're like the color commentary here.
Oh no. Oh no.
This.
So
as a result, Jay, like you've gotten banged up, you've gotten banged around. Like, oh man,
my whole body's broken. I say after 35, if you get hurt, anything that you hurt after 35 is just permanently hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
That's a great way to put it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, being in the hospital is not fun, man.
We're no strangers to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way to fix it completely.
We were on tour in Europe and we played in London, and two of us needed to go to the hospital. Schlack, and he got a really bad cut on his head, and I got a bad one on my hand. And we have to catch a ferry.
Not one, but two.
Yeah. And so we go to the hospital and it's fucking closed. In Europe, the hospital closes at night.
Wow.
I go, well, I guess we're getting on the ferry, and then we just wrapped Schlack's head up in t-shirts that were literally soaked through with fucking blood and just walked on the ferry like that to go back to France from London.
France.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm going to add that like nothing heals completely and everything hurts on a rainy day.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
It sucks, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah. There's like this comedian, I forget which comedian does it, but he's like, he goes to the doctor. He's like, oh, my arm hurts. And the doctor's like, well, that's just your life now. And he's like, well, what if I was a professional athlete? And the doctor's like, you're not a professional athlete. It's just, that's the way it is now.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, let me take a quick sponsor break, and then we'll come back. We'll take some questions from around the world. Lori, I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Sounds good.
Jay, give me a couple minutes, and we'll march ahead. All right.
You got it, brother.
That's what's happening, everybody. Hope things are well. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. We are sponsored by blah, 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 and Minty Fresh Presents. They're a promotion company that put on hardcore metal shows at Locals Bar in Manalapan, New Jersey. Founded by Chris Bolas of Bulldoze and Frankie D'Angeli's of Silence Equals Death. The shows are all ages with plenty of free parking. The kitchen's open all night and the bar until 2 a.m. If you're a band looking to play and you don't totally suck, or if you do suck but draw a fuckload of people, reach out to them at mintyfreshpresents@gmail.com. Ticket pre-sales for events are available at mintyfreshnj.com. Check them out on Instagram at mintyfreshnj and help spread the word to support DIY hardcore metal in Central New Jersey. Minty Fresh presents. Last but certainly not least, Gamma bass guitars founded by Joel Milstein, built from one simple belief: finally a great bass couldn't be that hard or this expensive. After decades around music, tone, and gear, he stopped searching and started building, creating bass that actually deliver where it counts. No gimmicks, no over-engineering, just clean design, lightweight feel, fast necks, and tone that shows up whether you're on stage or in the studio. Most Gamma basses are built to order, so it's just not another instrument off the rack. It's yours. Check out these fantastic instruments at www.gammabassguitars.com. Mention the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live and receive 25% off. Want to mention coming up, On the show, a week from Sunday, August 16th, we will be back with Milo from Descendants celebrating the 40th anniversary reissue of Enjoy. And then soon after, on Sunday, October 4th, Pat Flynn from Have Heart, Fiddlehead, and How Much Art will be on. And that brings us in right about at episode number 450 with Bill Ward from Black Sabbath. So it's going down. Lots happening. Any questions you have, please? Any questions about anything? Could be for our guest, Jason from Bad Luck 13, or from Lori or myself, but go ahead, post. Let's see what you got. Show them what you got as we head down the home stretch. Post up. Let's see. All right. Everything all right, Lori?
Yes, everything is fantastic.
Right. Yeah. Let's go with your questions. What's going on? Let's bring Jay back on. Hey, Jay.
Here we are.
All right. Hey, man, hit me.
I
What's
have a
up,
question.
Jay? What's up, Jay? I'll try to do my best. What's up, Jay? AJ from Resurrection AD Records in the house. I'm resurrecting the label. It's like the Blues Brothers. The band is back. I'm resurrecting the label. No pun intended. It would be great to catch up soon. All right. Well.
Yeah, we had our third record was on Resurrection. I think the fourth record. It was with Friends Like This. I think it was called. Yeah.
Yes, he goes. I know he's in a band with Schalk. Schalk, is that, am I pronouncing that right?
Schlack. Yeah. He's actually he still wrestles, and he's made a huge career out of it after he did Turnbuckle.
We didn't get into, like, how did you get into wrestling as a young person? Like, what was your entree?
I mean, just watching, it on TV when I was a kid. And then, like I said, getting exposed to all the crazy shit when Howie would take me to these places. Like, he was a wrestling manager,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But, then you can see, then you get into the real deal, like the gross shit, and then it's, these guys are pushing it to the next level all the time,
What do you consider the gross shit?
Like death match, what people would consider
people cutting themselves.
Yeah.
I guess that's it's not for everybody, right?
Not for everybody. It's not for all wrestling fans either. But
it is right. That's right.
I love it.
Yeah,
I can watch people get hurt all day long.
Yeah. Hey, thoughts on Mickey Rourke, the film The Wrestler?
Yeah, so the movie The Wrestler, the guy he's wrestling in the death match is the Necro Butcher in that movie. And he when we played the barbecue, we brought him with us, and that's who we wrestled at the barbecue, the Necro Butcher. And actually,
the barbecue.
Yeah. And then we had to Eat the Turnbuckle, we did like a battle royal during WrestleMania in Philly, and he won the Eat the Turnbuckle battle, Bloodbath Battle Royal, it was called.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is from that, but this is
from France, actually. That picture was in France. I like that picture because if you look at, you can see Schlack's back. It has the lights that are just like the lights above him. I don't know. I thought it was a cool picture.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a deep appreciation over there, huh?
We ended up being bigger over there than here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It caught on over there more. You know why? Because I think a lot of these countries don't have that kind of wrestling. So it's not only are we, like a punk band going there, it's like they're like, what the fuck is this? kind of thing, you know?
You know what? In a way, now that you put it like that, it makes sense. It's almost like framed more like it's almost like performance art,
Yeah.
right?
If you go to like you go to like Bratislava and you're fucking hitting each other with ladders and forks and shit, and they're like, "What is going on?" You know?
Yeah. Is there any other acts that have sort of doubled down on sort of your trajectory as far as is there anybody who's just really gone off the rails?
As far as a wrestling gimmick,
Yeah, kind of the wrestling thing. I mean, I still see it popping up here or there, but
people will do wrestling gimmicks, but never are you going to have a band with 5 deathmatch wrestlers hurting each other.
Right.
That play instruments. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. Sean Pierce, our good friend and supporter, asks, what is the worst bad luck / turnbuckle injury?
Me personally, I broke my back in Salt Lake City on a tour. And that sucks when you're in a bus and you're in from Philly and you're in Salt Lake City and you break your back.
Oh.
And we had a bunch of, this was halfway through. At the time, I didn't know my back. Well, I knew it was broken, but I didn't know it to the extent, because I didn't. I ended up I just got back when a second it happened. I'm like, fuck, I took a bunch of painkillers, went on the bus, drank a bunch of, Jack Daniels, and by the time we got to Reno, we were on our way to San Francisco.
That had a nice ring to it, bro.
Yeah.
By the time we got to Reno, man,
yeah. I was like, I gotta go to an emergency room. So they dropped me off at the hospital and they go party all night. I don't and I'm so just fucking out of it. Like, when you have the the dream that you're falling,
Oh yeah, of course.
Like and you wake up.
I call it with my wife. It's a dude dream. Like dudes, that's like what dudes dream about. Like falling, getting chased, fighting back a mob.
I have that dream, and I wake up, and I'm on the fucking floor in the hospital. I fell out of the goddamn gurney they put me on. I don't know,
Yeah.
Reno's, the hospital. I don't recommend there.
Jeez.
Then we get to this place in San Francisco called the Pound, which I think was a Hell's Angels club. I don't know what's going on with this
former
place,
Hell's Angels clubhouse, the Pound.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. I can't walk, so I have a walker, and I'm just propped up on the fucking stage, and these guys are playing, and this huge fight breaks out. Like the whole fucking place is fighting. Like the bartenders are over the bar and their girls. Like I was like, what the fuck? Right? And the promoter's like, yeah, your boys are getting fucked up right now, this and that. And he's starting with me. I'm like, dude, I can't fucking move. Like, if you want to punch me, just fucking punch me. But I'm not gonna fight back. I can't walk,
Yeah.
I don't even know what he was talking about. And they scuffled me off back into the bus. We had a homemade tour bus at the time. It was fucking wild, And then we go from there to LA, where I get at this point now I'm just sitting in a chair behind the drum set singing while my friend Bill is out there as the front man now. And Johnny Lockjaw from the band Pit Boss 2000 and One Life Crew, he's out there being the front man now, and he's throwing a computer at the crowd, and he's and then the next show is in Vegas, and I'm like, dudes, I can't do this anymore. I gotta go to a fucking doctor,
Oh man,
and,
how could you even just even just taking a crap and just
that was in
go have back surgery.
Yeah,
back surgery, gang.
Yeah,
come talk to me.
Yeah, so that was 25 years ago, probably, and it still hurts.
Is that right? John Lockjaw does stand-up comedy now.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
I called him to see if he wanted to be on our new record, just to have a flash from the past. He's like, sure. I was like, awesome. So we're in the middle of putting that together right now. New Bad Luck record. Yeah.
Minty Fresh is probably Frankie, or yeah, it's
Yeah.
Frankie who plays drums in Silence Equals Deaths. Saying hello to all. Can't wait to play with Bad Luck 13 in the park. Thanks, Drew. Yep. And we're talking about this right here, Saturday, September 12th, in our beloved Tompkins Square Park. RBNX,
I think also
Fugged,
yeah.
Tree, Silence Equals Death, and Bad Luck 13.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
And we'll zero in on all the gear and everything a couple weeks before.
Yeah.
And you know, it's good. Actually, it's perfect timing too, because you originally had a different date and then we moved it.
Right.
And,
you know, why did we move it? I think we moved it because
it was up against the
CBGB
CBGB
Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
bad idea.
Actually, Sean Pierce has a documentary coming out that he
That's
put
right.
together. And the
That's right.
premiere is the next day. So it's perfect timing for me. I'm just going to stay there.
I know about that because
Yeah.
Nancy Burrell told me about it, Sean. I think Nancy Burrell has something to do with Sean's film. So yeah, I'll come through. Are you involved with the film at all, Jason?
I think I might be. I might say something in it.
All right. Well, hey.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great. Oh, she's the executive producer. Sean says.
Oh, right.
Okay. Very, very cool. Any other questions? Post them. Let's go. Go deep. Get weird.
I have a question.
Please.
You know, Jason, you seem you seem calmer than I expected. This interview has been quite lovely. Is there anything that you do to, like, you know, balance the chaos of your performances? Anything that helps bring some balance to your life?
When we're playing, I like to sit around all day.
Okay.
And then we just drink beers in the van, and then then we play for a half hour, and then we repeat the next day. It's like, actually, I work so much in real life, you know. It's like when it's like show life time, I'm like, I just get to sit around and do nothing. This rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most? I don't say what's the most involved, but does the Bad Luck stage show, is there like different levels of involvement, or like, give me for instance, like one of those shows that we've discussed earlier, was there like a bigger production?
Yeah, we had dudes doing, like, we had a guy we called the Unabomber that did like our pyrotechnics, and he would get out of control with it sometimes, you know, like, you know, and we would always try to put something together to keep it entertaining. But now it's like we were playing so little at this point. It's, you know, we'll do a couple wrestling spots sometimes, or I'm guaranteed to hurt myself usually. Yeah.
Why did things slow down, or was that just the
because everyone's
culling the herd?
not in their 20s anymore.
Yeah.
People die. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
It's no one wants to see a bunch of old men like hurting each other, I guess.
Well,
we'll see. We'll still do it, but we'll see.
If by chance, listen, let's say by some fucking crazy chance, this is speaking to you. Well, we're here in the park Saturday, September 12th, and we're going to be getting crazy. It's going to be fantastic. RBNX from Hudson County, Mimi Fuggett, right? Tree with Dave Tree. Come on. Silence. This is actually a great bill.
This is going to be a great time. Yeah,
it is. It's a great bill.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Yeah, these.
When did Tree get back together?
They've been kind of last couple years, and we played with them a bunch of times, and it was fun for a while. We played a bunch of shows with them. You know, Dave Tree's a maniac. He's got like 3 other bands going on, and like he's out silk screen and shit, and Dave's
all of his art shows.
Yeah, he's still running at it really hard.
Yeah.
Sean Pierce, did you guys ever get arrested for the chaos? Or the masks kept you clean?
We did wear masks for that reason early on.
Right.
Here's the thing. If you're in a band and the crowd gets out of control in a club and they smash the club up, they're blaming you. It's all of a sudden it's our fault, even if we're like, hey, you need security to keep this under control. But so we would get into a lot of trouble, with the law. Yeah, that's all I could really, inciting a riot type shit. One guy said we stole all of his sound equipment, which we didn't, but he wouldn't let it go. And then we had a warrant for us in Baltimore. And then the cops showed up to our show. They ran on stage and they're like, they only had one person in the band's name, first of all, which was Laura Lee, who she had left at that point because I don't remember why, but and the cops are like, this and that. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Bad Luck 13 left. And they're like, well, what band are you? I'm like, we're Mushmouth, because we were playing with Mushmouth at that show.
Right.
And they're like, oh.
Mushmouth to the rescue.
Like, oh, you have a warrant for Bad Luck 13? Like, oh, yeah, shut up.
Is there any sort of how do you record this sort of cacophony of music? Like, is it tough getting this down into the recording studio?
Our first record, that one, Joe DeLuca recorded. He recorded a bunch of hardcore bands back then. He did the No Redeeming Social Value, and he did Dare to Defy. It was like Mets guy, and he would what else did he record? I think he did Starkweather.
Oh wow.
He was this old hippie guy, and he was awesome.
Right.
He looked like John Lennon,
That used to happen a lot.
Yeah. And he said we were the only band to ever bring a keg to the recording session.
It's a party.
At one point, he's trying to teach Dennis how to rap. Dennis is the big black dude in our band.
Right.
He's in there trying to show him how to rap. We're like, this is fucking amazing.
That is pretty funny. Yeah, what is the what does the future hold?
We're recording a new Bad Luck record right now.
Writing a book?
Huh?
Ever think of writing a book?
No, I don't read. I don't know. I've never read a book in my life.
You communicate on a different.
Yeah, I draw pictures. I could do a picture.
Yeah, I could scratch color into people's skin.
I actually have a book called Return Me to Water. It's a book about sea monsters. Has nothing to do with anything.
Actually, in the case of a real zombie apocalypse, Jason's skill set is something that I would want.
A dabble in everything.
Well, as we go to barter with maybe the hostels, we have a great tattoo artist with us, Jason Goldberg.
Yeah,
you remember him before the zombie apocalypse? The guy was fronting fucking Bad Luck 13, man.
Yeah. We have a new record coming out on
yes, please.
Bad Luck.
Right.
And I've been doing a new band, which is it's not a hardcore band. It's more like a rock and roll band called Plastic Letters.
Right. I saw that. Is that a takeoff the Blondie name?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Cool.
I'm hoping the young people don't. They just think it's an obscure name. For me, I'm like, well, we have to name it after a Blondie record.
See, Lori, he's named his band after a Blondie song.
Yeah.
Love it.
But it's interesting because it's dudes from all different walks playing music together, and that's kind of what it sounds like. There's a keyboard player doing synthesizer type shit,
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you still got to do you still got to drag ass to work and at the tattoo shop? And music is sort of like a hobby that you dump a lot of resources into, like the rest of us.
I'm lucky enough that Eric is in Bad Luck and Plastic. Eric that owns Creep Records.
That's right.
And
who put out the new ID record.
yeah, he's killing it, man. Creep
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
But so I go to work and then I go to his studio, which is only like 10 blocks from my work, and then that's where I am at night.
Nice.
yeah, we recorded in his studio. Go ahead, Lauren.
No, I saw John. You just put the Josh had just commented on Jason's paintings. Do you do a lot of painting?
I used to paint a lot, yes. And
What are you doing over there?
I do oil
Oh,
paintings.
you see those canvases back there?
Yeah.
Larry?
Oh yeah, they're prepped canvases back there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a big medium to wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've slowed down on painting. I go in waves, man. I'm just painting. I still paint with just Tattoo Flash right now for the last. Yeah,
I see.
I've done a couple album covers. Let me think. I did an album. You know the band. They're what the fuck? I'm drawing a blank here. They're like a skate.
Give us
band.
a clue.
Yeah. The album's called Walking Disease.
Okay.
I can't remember. I'll think of it later.
Yeah.
All right.
I did their first 7-inch cover. They became big. I don't know why I can't fucking remember the name, but anyway. And then this is fun. When we were playing Obscene Extreme, the picture you showed, this band Palm from Japan was playing, right? And I go, Palm. That's like such a Japanese name for a band, you know. But it's resonating in my head.
Is this a different one? Different shot?
That's a different shot. I don't know
Oh,
where that's from. That's from the Creep Fest, I think. Because that's
the one we just played together.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I'm watching this band, and I go, oh, wait a minute, I did their record cover. I didn't even remember, you know. So I go to introduce myself after the show, and I walk up to the booth, and they're like, "Oh, Jag 13," and I go, "Yeah, I did your record cover." They didn't speak any English, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it didn't even.
Have you been to Japan?
No, that's my ultimate goal, is to bring the band over there.
Yeah, that's it. I went to Japan twice when I was part of the biohazard camp in '93. When we went over there, and it was a glorious time to go over there with them.
Dude.
I mean, it was the
biohazard in '93.
The first time over there, 4 shows.
So good, right?
2 in Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka. And then I went back when I was managing Sub-Zero. I went back, I think, like a year or so later when I was managing Sub-Zero, and they did a little. That was tough though. Playing smaller places and taking the train and sleeping on the floor. Basically, they put fucking bunch of guys in one room and not even beds. You get a straw mat, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
I think it's still like that. I had a friend that just went on tour in Japan. My friend Deirdre went with the band from Baltimore.
Turnstile?
I get hit in the head a lot. You know?
Turnstile?
No, the old hardcore band from Baltimore.
Oh, why die?
Stout. No, not Stout. Is it Stout?
Who's the old?
Remember.
Sadistic Exploits. That's who Nancy Barreau was friends with. Yeah. And I remember why,
Next Step Up. That's who I'm trying to think.
Oh, Next Step. McRad.
Yeah.
Zeke from McRad plays with HR.
Yeah, he lives in Philly now, HR.
He's been kind of in that area for a while. Yeah.
I see him at he'll show up at shows
randomly. And
then people will be like that don't know that he's there because it's not really like talked about, I guess, right?
Yeah.
People be like, yeah, is that HR? Like, yeah, just standing in the corner over there.
Poor HR, man. You hope he's on the right meds and he's not. He's
playing tonight at Dingbats.
Oh, excuse me. Why would HR be playing Dingbats, the biker bar in fucking? It's What New Jersey? Excuse me. That's the
I thought that's
capper.
why Silence Equals Death was playing tonight.
Where is that club again? What town in Jersey is Dingbats? Clifton.
Clifton.
And it's built like it's just cinder blocks. It's
Yeah.
built just like, remember that there's a place out west I remember called the Outhouse. It was in Kansas. It was like in the middle of a corn in each direction. And they had a place called the Outhouse. And it was like literally, and they had like shows there, hardcore shows and stuff. Like it was one of the gnarliest. It's like something you see out of a science fiction movie, like on the outer edge of the galaxy in this cornfield. You know, it's like where these roads meet. They do hardcore shows.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. Right? What was that? Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
You seen any movies lately, Jason? Anything good?
No, just the Eat the Turnbuckle documentary. It's the only movie
that's
I
all.
need to see. Yeah.
Yes, that's the only thing we're seeing out there. Anyway. That's the spirit. All right, and just Lori, while you're still here, you know, we saw Cindy, DJ Cindy, we saw last night, because she's part of the My War thing, and we rehearsed. But what's the Sojourn Radio?
Yeah, so
you guys got something going on?
Yeah, today's Wednesday, so DJ Cindy Halfrets has her show Fresh Cuts on today. The first run of it was at 12, but she's got another run at 7 p.m., so that's Eastern Standard Time. She's got all new music, a half hour, and it's a great show. Discover your favorite tunes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me see. Anybody else? What do you got as we head down the home stretch here? All right. It was good.
Forever hold your peace.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, and don't forget, if you are in the new, hey, how about this, Jason? How about we got Bill Ward from Black Sabbath?
I can't believe I'm on the same podcast as Bill Ward's going to be on.
You know, this show's like licorice. You know?
This is bottom of the barrel right here.
You've arrived, brother.
Yeah. I'm sandwiched in between Blag and Milo and Bill Ward.
Funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
Milo, Blag, you. Yep. Yeah, sure. Bill Ward.
Yeah, no big deal.
Who else? Bill Ward. Pat Flynn. Yeah.
Right.
He's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're super excited about that one.
Yeah.
So, as I said before, it's like you either get into, this heavy music through either Kiss or Sabbath,
The Kiss thing's never ending.
You are,
What did you what's that? Breaking news, I'm assembling the printed sets of Hardcore Legends Trading Card Series 1 right now. Oh, okay. I thought is that after the dud run that you did? I think he had the first run he did, it was like they actually cut the cards wrong or something. So yeah, you better get ready.
Yeah.
Not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted, this business. You'll get screwed every which way. Yeah. Okay,
after that good-looking card that you showed me, I'm ready to see this set of cards.
Yeah. He's got the whole first set coming out. So, yeah, good. All right. Well, that was great. Well, thank you, Jay. And
thank you. And I'm looking forward to the park show. I'm hoping to bring out some special guests with us. We'll see. We're going to keep something exciting,
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the park stuff? Yeah. Let me find it.
Everybody's got to start working out for that.
Yeah. Right.
We're all in training.
Good idea.
Yeah.
This is the show here at Tompkins Square Park. Saturday, September 12th. Yeah. It's
gonna roll.
We got a minute. The weather's gonna be great.
Yes, it is.
That's it. Jay, anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out?
Dude, I just want to thank you for having me on the show, man.
Okay.
And if you're in Philly, and you're out drinking, go to Ortlieb's or Brownies. These are both bars that I'm partners in.
We played Ortlieb's. Good
it's
place
a fun
to play.
bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's interesting. That's a neighborhood, man. That's a real Philly neighborhood.
Yeah, that was fun. We had a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll do, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
awesome.
All right. Thanks, Jason. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. That was fun.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. That was the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Yeah. And what's the next show? Is that Milo? A week from
Yes, it is.
Sunday. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
All right.
you've got a big weekend coming up?
Yeah, we're going to we're playing Savage Mountain Punk Fest. Yeah, what happened
Nice.
with that? Where is that? Why don't I have those?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're playing the Savage Mountain Punk Fest on Saturday, and then Sunday we're playing Bethlehem, PA. So Incendiary Device has 2 shows coming up this weekend.
Well,
So
have a great
we're
show.
stoked. Yeah, we're stoked on that. So all right, I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Take care, everyone. Thanks for
right.
watching.
Take care, Lori. Thanks. Bye. Thanks a lot, everybody. That was great. It was good to see everybody. Appreciate it. Till next time, do good things and good things will come to you.
Conditioned by indoctrination, conditioned by society. You're a victim of the digital age, a 21st century casualty. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Conditioned by misinformation, it's just the media telling us lies. Decide the fiction from the truth.